Hey folks, JD here, and today, these quads, these are from a galaxy far, far away. This is the Propel 74Z speeder bike. It is one of the Imperial speeders from Star Wars. Now, these are beautiful models straight off the bat, beautifully hand painted, really nicely designed, really nicely put together. Four motors which are pushing down instead of pulling, so you can allow the quadcopter to push off instead of to be pulled by the propellers. These motors are inverted. These prop guards give the quadcopter a nice little cushion and also a couple of millimeters off the floor, so on this field it's nice and even and nice and flat. And without the battery, this is it. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. It's so nicely handcrafted, so nicely hand painted rather. It really is nice. Now there is one omission. I did say in the unboxing that this comes with 3 batteries. It doesn't, it comes with 2. The other casing that sits on top of here is just a protector. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take one of the batteries, we're going to fly her around, we're going to see exactly how this does. I think it's going to be okay, but in order for us to see exactly how this does, we're going to have to fly it. So let's get to the calibration. Okay, so what I've done here for the second is I have omitted the little guy, little Imperial gentleman. I have taken him off, and I've just put the run cam on here because everybody shows the video of the Imperial Stormtrooper flying, but I wanted to actually get an FPV camera on here. I wanted to see exactly how this looks from a Star Wars geek's point of view. So what I've done with this, I've just plugged in the battery. Once you plug the battery in, then obviously it automatically turns itself on. There isn't an on or off button. What I am going to do is I'm going to put a little headphone in the back of this just to stop some of these sounds, because as I've been checking this battery out and testing it indoors, it has done nothing but annoy me. So I don't want to have that on the camera. So what I've done is just plugged in my headphones, and then we got single 1 up and 1 down to bind. 2 beeps. There we are. Now we're bound. Right. Now it's with this that we can calibrate the gyros. There we are. Now we can see the gyros calibrating, and then we can push this button, and then we can have one day takeoff. No, one key takeoff. So with that, let's take to the skies, my friends. Here she is. She's up. Okay, the astute amongst you would notice that I have taken off the run cam, and that is because it was too heavy. I didn't think it would be. I thought this was going to be quite good and be able to pick it up. It's not a heavy camera, but unfortunately it wasn't, so I've had to take it off. Right, so let's have a little look. So let's try a couple of flips. Now to flip this thing, all you've got to do is just push the left and right shoulder buttons. And that's it. Once you push them, it takes itself up to a little altitude like we get with most quadcopters, and then it flips. Although the left seems to be quite stable, and the right seems to be not very stable at all. So let's try that again. So left, it tends to flip quite nicely, and to the right, ooh, tends to be a little bit wiggly. Okay, let's try speed mode 2. So speed mode 2, 2 beeps, up she goes. Okay, right. Ooh, she's starting to gallop. This has got a 30-mile-an-hour top speed limit to it. Okay, I should have brought out the little Imperial guy to go on top here. Oh, nice. Okay, speed mode 2, it's not bad. She does want to climb, so let's give her what she wants. She wants to climb. This is speed mode 3. So then, oh, those motors really pushing hard. Oof, good God. A lot harder than they actually seem to be when they're flying. They are screaming, but when she's flying, she does seem to be, I don't know, a little bit encumbered, it seems. Okay, back to speed mode 1. Now we do have a 5-mile-an-hour speed limit. No, we have a 5-mile-an-hour breeze here today, but it's gusting. It's going from like 1 mile an hour and then up to 5 and then back down. But as you can see in speed mode 1, she's got no problem at all. She is getting through that little breeze that we have here. And once again, no problems at all there. Speed mode 2. And she's okay, you know. Speed mode 3 I find a little bit strange because she does seem to be quite encumbered, and I don't know why. It seems as though the motors are screaming really loudly, but she's not going anywhere, or not going as quick. I wonder if it's just because she's not going flat. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. So if you just have her pointing straight, wow, and she does dip, be careful of that. If you just have her going in a straight line, then she can pick up speed. But as soon as you start to turn her, obviously then we have forces acting against the quadcopter, which means that then she's not going to be as quick. But she also does dip towards the floor. And the more that you bring up your, if I'm just using your for the second, just to show you my position on the right analog stick there, then I can show you that if I have it flat down to the hammer like that, then she does dip eventually. It's almost as if she's going into acro mode. It really is. But then if I just move around slowly at a particular, just with my thumb in one place, she is very, very good. But it's, if you want to get her to go to that 30-mile-an-hour speed, then you're going to have to put that hammer down, and unfortunately if you do that, she is going to plummet towards the ground unless you're very high. And the thing is with this is it's not very heavy, and the higher you get, the more winds that you come across, and the stronger those winds may be. Wow, that was close to the ground. And yeah, I'd be afraid that this thing would just fly away. And to be honest with you, I know I had the 3 of mine on very, very special offer. It was incredible good price for the 3 of them. I think it came to £150 for the 3 rather than £150 for 1. So I jumped at that, as you can imagine. Back into speed mode 1. See, that's quite nice. Let's bring her down a little bit closer to the floor in speed mode 1, because she's not going to dive bomb, but I want to see her actually move a bit closer to me. Using a little bit of yaw and roll doesn't really seem to... Oh no, it has the desired effect. It's just the desired effect because of those motors are pushing down instead of pulling. The quadcopter seems to move in a different way. It's not leaning so much, it's more of a flat. Yeah, it's more flat on against the against the horizon. But those LEDs you can see quite brightly. The red LED at the back you can see as well. The 2 white LEDs on the back rear propeller arms you can see quite well as well, which is quite nice. Can you fly and flip? Yes, you can. That's good. But I don't like this right flip. This right flip, if I just show you, if I just bring her down and hover her there, she seems to be very wiggly. Okay, that was that breeze I was talking about that just started to push her backwards. I can imagine 12 of these having a dogfight. It would be the most hilarious thing, I think. I can imagine it. It's really, really would be good fun. But, oh, I think that battery's going, it's struggling to increase altitude. This transmitter as well feels lovely. Really does feel really, really nice. And it actually gives me a lot more confidence having a good feeling transmitter. I'm sure some of you can relate to that. Having a good feeling transmitter does give you a lot more confidence than if you have one that just feels like paper. Because at least you feel that if you get into any scrapes you can control, and it's landed. That was the battery. Right, okay, thoughts on this? Wow. Well, left 3D rolls, no problem. Right 3D rolls, that is a bit of a problem. It rolls and then it decides to do its own thing. So that's a little bit strange. In flight though, I didn't feel at any point that it was in any way, shape or form felt strange. I thought it flew very, very well. Speed mode 1 is obviously slow. There are quite large differences to all these speed modes. Now normally you get a quadcopter and the speed modes are quite similar, and then like speed mode 1 and 2 are quite similar and 3 just goes insane. Well, this doesn't. They are quite nice step ups. Speed mode 1 is quite slow but still manageable to get through this, you know, between a 1 and 5 mile an hour breeze that we've got here today. Speed mode 2 gives you a bit more oomph and then speed mode 3 then just gives you what you want. But in speed mode 3, if you do have that hammer, if you do have that analog stick right up, then what you're going to find out is it doesn't matter how high you are, as you come down, this nose is going to tilt and it's just going to plummet towards the floor. So I found best to be on 3/4 on the analog stick, 3/4 forward pitch, just so that as soon as you come down to an altitude, it doesn't plummet into the floor. Now, these motors worked quite well. I did think that at one point they were... I thought at one point speed mode 3 could have been quicker, but then that was just because they are judging that 30 miles an hour in a straight line. They're not judging it in a straight line, turn straight line. So if you're going in a straight line, you're going to pick up speed. It is going to be quick. But if you're going in a straight line and then turning, that speed is going to drop significantly. Again, I can't fault the model, can't fault the transmitter either. Transmitter very good. Actually, I can fault the transmitter. I've had to plug in a pair of headphones because this thing just won't shut up. So all the time it's playing me Star Wars music, it's talking to me as if I'm a rebel pilot. And normally, yeah, that's pretty cool. But wow, it gets old quick. It does get old quick. Now, what I found out about this as well is when you do change your speed modes, your little circle around here, different LEDs light up. 2 speed modes, 3 speed mode, and then back to 1, which is quite useful. But I think ultimately, as long as you've got this headphone in there, it's a lot better of an experience. Honestly, it really is. Now, that is the first video. I think this is very good so far. We're going to be doing a second video, this time without altitude hold on, and see exactly how this goes. I thought that was really fun. I really liked it. I thought it was very, very good. Now, would I have paid the full price for it? Nope, not at all. Not on your life. This is why I waited until they reduced them massively before I got them. They're very expensive. I can see why. A lot of craftsmanship has gone into this. I think it looks good. But is it worth 150 quid each? Nope. I don't think so at all. If you can get it reduced, then do it. I got mine from Zavvi, and it was reduced £50 each, and I was over the moon with them. I mean, the display case, everything it comes in is just fantastic, but I don't think it's worth 150 quid. I really don't. There we are, folks. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD. You've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.